Oh, look, I want to probably be pretty clear. Like that's difficult to play a Saturday afternoon game in the heat in Adelaide and then come back 5 days later and play up here. Like, there's some reality in that, and this is a pretty proud club, Brisbane, and 5-day breaks are hard, so we take that for what it is. But then we're pleased that with the way we sort of handled the game. It was sort of a really low pressure game, and there was a lot of transition in the game, and we're finding ways to beat teams differently. And this is a really good opposition, and we beat them a bit different tonight through clearance mainly.
And defensively, like you clearly shut them down. They couldn't move the ball and had 36 or 37 inside 50. Like that must have drilled in that setup.
Yeah, like you keep any opposition down to that. They still had 104 marks, so that's a high number. So we've got some work to do on that. But they're sort of moving the ball in different ways and then couldn't quite get through. We come here with a deliberate plan. Didn't quite execute it how we like around that part, but the inside 50 is a big number, plus 14, and then obviously the margin in the end becomes bigger because of you can't score if you don't have an inside 50. Yeah.
What belief does that give you then? In fact, you said you're winning different ways and you've just done it against the premiers on that.
Yeah. Look, it's pleasing. You build confidence, build belief, and evidence. There's evidence. We talk about constantly about evidence is confidence. Here it is. Here's some facts. Look at that, and then we eat it all up, and then go, all right, let's go reproduce that. But then, also the personnel-wise, it's nice to bring guys in and just plug and play a bit. And got Dan Houston available next week. It's just pretty nice as a coach to think that he's going to be available.
How's your skipper?
Yeah, Darcy got an elbow or knee in the ear, and it sort of split his earlobe, or that part of his ear, and just required some stitches. But other than that, he's fine.
Does anything the Dacos boys do surprise you anymore, particularly with Nick the way he was tonight?
Yeah, just remarkable players, aren't they? And Josh is having a great season off half back, and I think they had 68 touches between them. But it's more the metres gain. Look at over 1,000 metres gain from both those players. It's just. I had a chat to Nick a couple of weeks ago when Dan was out. I said, look, we wouldn't mind just playing a little bit more back and get those metres gain that Dan gives us. And he went back that night for a little bit. And they take him at times too. It's just, they're remarkable players. Yeah.
So just to clarify on Darcy, concussion was ruled out. So he'll be good to go next week.
Yeah, no, there was no concerns. We did say if you needed a HIA, we would sub him out, and then it got to the period where the stitches were taking so long, so we'll sub him out. No, he'll be okay.
And what about the late change with Cox coming in?
Yeah. Well, look, Lockie Sullivan's been going so well for us, and he had a VFL game on a Sunday, and then we went to gather around. He came in and did a great job for us, but he had 2 games in 5 days, and we're conscious of that all week, and we sort of get into the line with him and think, we want to set him up to play well, and we just thought that might be a big ask, 2 games in 5 days and then back it up 6 days later. So we gave him every chance, and then we sort of just in the day we sort of thought, no, what are we doing here? Let's just get someone else in. And then we thought, Darcy Cameron got a bit of a knock back in Adelaide. We thought, maybe Mason might be the guy to support Darcy in the ruck a little bit, and he's played well against Brisbane in the past too. So we made that decision this afternoon.
Jordan to go, had a pretty good comeback, ran out the game well. What were your sort of thoughts there?
Yeah, we always came here thinking Geordie's going to be needing some more time on legs, and in the ideal world, we may potentially be able to sub him out. And I felt that he got better as the game went on, and he's an important player to us, and we've got an eye on a bigger picture for Geordie. And with gaining the ability to play now, he's able to play, but then there's now can he train during the week, and that's always been a bit of a plan. We've got to get some consistency amongst the load, and tonight I thought he got better as the game wore on.
How do you think he'll go, coming off this, I guess?
Yeah, that's the big question. We're hopeful. We've got 8 days into Anzac Day, and we're hopeful that he trains all week now, and then he starts to get on a bit of a roll. We're also aware that he might miss in the next 3 or 4 weeks, because we've got an eye for the future, and we've got a couple of short games coming up. I think we've got a 5-day break after one of our games, so these decisions will be made in time, but we're certainly thinking bigger picture with him.
I know it's still early in the season, but you're getting a bit of a feeling, Chad, a couple of years ago?
Oh, well, this is a different team. It's funny enough, in the end, Bobby Hill's sitting next to me. He goes, "Oh, geez, I think we've matured," and don't laugh at that because the age is clearly real. But I do feel like as a team we have matured, and we're just managing moments better than once we did. And this version of us is a nice version, and we'll stay here for now.
Speaking of Bobby Hill, I guess his run-down tackle was pretty memorable. Like, I'm sure that'll be put up on the board at the club.
Yeah, we just rewarded it just before. Those behaviours, just lift us. And Bobby's certainly a player that gives us a great spark when he's on playing his best. So one of many. And we've got Lockie Schultz potentially available next week too. So there's some excitement coming too.
Is he like, what does he have to do?
Well, he'll be touch and go for this game. I haven't seen him for a little period, but my understanding could be touch and go. We'll see how that goes during the week when we get back to Melbourne.
And Jamie, 200 games?
Yeah, it's a great story. A lot of resilience needed to get here, and a lot of missed games and time in hospital operations. But then, he just seems to be happier than ever. So we're really pleased for him and his family, and we wanted to put on a show and celebrate for him. And it was really nice in the end. We can carry him off and show our appreciation for what he's done for this footy club. Can I also give a shout out to our 100,000 members this week? Unbelievable. It's only April and they turned up in droves tonight. We love the Magpie Army and get on board. We're excited for what's coming and we love your support. So thank you.